It's been 6 years since we lost Harvey to the sporadic form of CJD. Like so many affected by this brutal disease, I was left spinning and searching for answers. And like others, I felt a strong inner desire, perhaps fueled by grief and anger, to take a stand against Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease and make a difference. I'm Lavonne C, and this is my CJD Journey.
CJD is a rare brain disorder that falls within a group of illnesses called prion diseases. CJD causes a rapid decline in an individual's cognitive health and most often leads to death with only a few months to 1 year. There are 3 forms of CJD, but all occur when a normal protein in the brain misfolds, causing others to misfold in a chain reaction sequence with devastating effect.
Lavonne connected with the CJD Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to supporting families affected by prion disease by raising awareness and supporting medical education and research. For Lavonne, the foundation became a place of comfort, education, and peer support. She soon immersed herself, accepting a position on the board of the CJD Foundation and serving on the advocacy committee. Among Lavonne's goals was to find ways to financially support the crucial activities of the CJD Foundation and the groundbreaking research on CJD and prion disease around the world. After learning about Strides for CJD, an annual walk that takes place in about 24 cities across America, Mrs. Hall recruited Mark Quorum as her co-captain, and they hosted the first Strides for CJD Bakersfield in the fall of 2018 at Lake Ming. In tackling this disease head-on, Lavonne was able to lean on her husband's prominence in the business community as founder of Hall Ambulance, and in political arenas as Bakersfield's 25th and longest-serving mayor to call on support from those who called Harvey a friend. In addition, several Hall Ambulance employees and members of management have lent their support by participating in the walk or being a sponsor.
In 2022, we moved Strides for CJD Bakersfield to the Harvey L. Hall Family Plaza, a park-like setting that serves as the welcome mat for California State University Bakersfield. The plaza is located in front of the Icardo Center, where we enjoyed a lot of quality family time watching Roadrunner basketball games.
In 2023, the CJD Foundation named Strides for CJD Bakersfield as the regional event for Central and Southern California. Over 130 participants and 8 families walked in memory or honor of their loved ones. During the remembrance ceremony, Mark Quorum read the bios of each of their loved ones, with Lavonne presenting them with an iris bouquet. The ceremony ended with country artist Paige Peel performing a song she wrote for her high school friend, Natalie Myers, who had just lost her life to CJD just 2 months earlier.
The 2023 Strides for CJD Bakersfield smashed previous fundraising records, raising over $88,466. Of that, Team Big H in memory of Harvey L. Hall raised $83,212, achieving the top fundraising team in the United States for the 6th consecutive year. Since 2018, Strides for CJD Bakersfield has raised over $451,000, funding medical research and programs offered by the CJD Foundation.
To further support medical research, in 2021, Lavonne created the Harvey L. Hall Memorial Grant, which so far has supported 6 medical research grants.
It is empowering to hear from the researchers at Family Conference who are enthused to be sharing their work with families directly impacted by CJD.
Lavonne and Mark have also been successful in creating awareness legislatively by securing resolutions on a county, state, and national level.
For the past 6 years, Kern County Supervisor David Couch has introduced a resolution recognizing November 12th as International CJD Awareness Day. He and Harvey previously served on the Bakersfield City Council together.
At a CJD Foundation West Coast Family Conference in 2019, Lavonne presented President Debbie Yobbs with a California Legislature Assembly resolution introduced by Senator Shannon Grove and Assemblymember Vince Fong, recognizing November 12th as International CJD Awareness Day.
Despite all of that recognition, we were surprised to learn that there had never been official recognition by the United States of a CJD Awareness Day.
The idea to seek congressional recognition came from the team at Aiken, a leading lobbying and public policy firm that is performing pro bono work on behalf of the CJD Foundation. Senior Policy Advisor Kendall Hussey presented a draft of the resolution to those attending the CJD Family Conference in July 2023, who would be visiting Capitol Hill for legislative visits, including seeking a sponsor or support for the resolution. Support for the resolution took root and grew thanks to 3 California Central Valley representatives, all of whom knew and worked with Mr. Hall, and whom he mutually admired.
I had a 40-minute meeting with Parker Edwards, a legislative assistant for Congressman Valadao, where I shared the harrowing details of Mayor Hall's illness and progression of the disease. The very next day, I received a follow-up email from Parker. He said that he had spoken with the congressman and he would be happy to lead this resolution. He said he knew and respected Mayor Hall and would be pleased to sponsor.
In seeking bipartisan support for the resolution, Congressman Jim Costa expressed his support, stating in a social media post, "I lost my friend and former Bakersfield Mayor Harvey Hall to this horrible disease. In his memory, I'm advocating for more research dollars to go towards finding a cure." Rounding out the hometown countenance came from another longtime acquaintance, Congressman Kevin McCarthy, who, along with his wife Judy, have supported Team Big H at the Strides for Bakersfield events for 6 years. Further support came from Representative Elissa Slotkin, Democrat, Michigan, and Ohio Representatives David Joyce, Republican, and Chantel Brown, Democrat, where the CJD Foundation and the National Prion Disease Pathology Surveillance Center are based. On October 26th, Lavonne and Mark, along with CJD Foundation President Debbie Yobbs, Board Member Clarence Hunter, and Aiken's Hussey and Dr. Ramirez, returned to the Capitol to thank the legislators. That afternoon, they were led to the gallery overlooking the House floor as they watched Congressman Valadao deliver a heartfelt introduction of House Resolution 821, supporting the goals and ideals of Creutzfeldt-Jakob Disease Awareness Day, to honor Mayor Hall's memory and help raise awareness for CJD patients and their families across the country.
For the first time, the United States Congress recognized November 12th as CJD Awareness Day.
Mr. Speaker, I rise today to raise awareness for Creutzfeldt-Jakob Disease, or CJD. CJD is a rare brain disease that causes a rapid decline in a person's cognitive health and often leads to death within only a few months to 1 year following the onset of symptoms. There are about 500 new cases in the United States each year. Though rare, every CJD patient and thousands of people in their communities have a story of how their lives have been impacted by this disease. I personally have dealt with the loss of a dear friend and mentor, the former mayor of Bakersfield, Harvey L. Hall. Harvey Hall was a passionate man with great love for life, his family, his community, and his country. He was a beloved member of our community and the longest-serving mayor in Bakersfield's history. Mayor Hall lost his life from CJD just 2 weeks after diagnosis. His sudden death was a shock to our community and devastating for all who knew him, including his wife of 28 years, who is here with us today, Lavonne Hall. Today I'm introducing a resolution that would designate November 12, 2023 as CJD Awareness Day to honor Mayor Hall's memory and help raise awareness for CJD patients and their families across the country. I urge my colleagues to join me in supporting this bipartisan resolution. Thank you, and I yield back.
Since that moment, a lot of positive things have taken place related to CJD and prion disease. Iona started the first clinical trial, and in March, over 25 family members and friends met with 48 legislators for CJD Advocacy Day. As a result, we learned that the House E&C Committee passed the NAPA Reauthorization Act as amended, which will open a path to move CJD into the Alzheimer's disease-related dementias category. Our request for a $500,000 increase in appropriations for fiscal year 2025 was granted for fiscal year 2024, and we're working with Congressman Valadao's office for him to once again lead and introduce a 2024 resolution recognizing CJD Awareness Day.
Can you make a difference? Yes. Does advocacy work? Yes. Our voices of sharing our heartbreaking CJD stories with legislators and the powerhouse advocacy efforts of our lobbyist group Aiken is a formidable combination. We are moving the ball forward, and I can't wait to see what can be accomplished in the next 5 years. Please join us, and let's keep striding to cure CJD.